Take your avoidant ex off of that pedestal. Take them off now. I understand you're heartbroken. You're shattered. They discarded you. They gave you little to no explanation. Maybe they blamed you or just ghosted you. You're looking for answers. You're looking for closure. They probably told you you were too needy. And now you're blaming yourself. And you're holding on to that fantasy version of them. The one that showed up early in dating. The one that gave you all of your needs. The one that seemed vulnerable, emotionally available, consistent. The one that told you that you were just the person they were looking for. But now they went cold, they shut down, pushed you away, and you're blaming yourself, thinking that that early version is who they are, and somehow you ruined it, and somehow you just can get that early version back. Stop it. Stop it now. That early version is the fantasy version of a dismissive avoidant. It is not who they actually are. The version that stonewalled, shut down, gaslit you, went with the silent treatment, the one that discarded you, blamed you, took no accountability, showed you no empathy. That's them. That is the person you were in a relationship with. That fantasy version is just that. The avoidant is a person that has a profound fear around vulnerability, intimacy, communication, expectations, conflict resolution, commitment, every normal relationship behavior. But those fears hadn't been triggered yet early on because you had not yet been tied to those subconscious wounds. That early dating version of them is only their fantasy selves. There's a reason it's called the shared fantasy, because it is just that, a fantasy. The real version is the one that pulled away, shut down, and discarded you, because that's who they are when their unhealed wounds get activated. And those wounds are always present until they heal them. And they have to want to heal them. So when you're ruminating on that past version, you're ruminating on a version of them that doesn't really exist, that just exists in their own fantasy. And it exists in your fantasy too. So ground yourself. Recognize your worth and what you brought to the table. You gave them everything you had to give. You gave them your emotional availability, your effort, commitment. You showed up for them. So remind yourself of that, and remind yourself of who they actually are and how they treated you. Learn more about attachment theory. Understand why they behave the way they do. Because when you both intellectually and emotionally understand it, it helps with letting go. And your brain does a cruel trick on you when you ruminate. It releases a small hit of dopamine. Not enough to make you feel good, but enough to keep you addicted to the memories. So every time you start to ruminate, pump the brakes and remind yourself of what you know to be true and why they're not a good partner. The mind learns in repetition. So repeat things that are true and helpful for your healing, not things that are counterintuitive that keep you stuck. Time does help, so take care of yourself.